Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. Today is Monday, the 31st day of May. It's the final day of May. It is National Memorial Day all over the U.S. of A. It's also Autonomous Vehicle Day, which I'm not a big fan so far of the whole driving car thing.
No, me either.
I don't have one. I just think it seems like a bad idea. National Save Your Hearing Day, National Speak in Sentences Day, National Macaroon Day. Oh, I do like those.
You do? See, I've never been super impressed for what they cost.
Well, yeah, they're kind of spendy, but they're very good. National Utah Day, National Smile Day, and it is Necrotizing Fasciitis Awareness Day. So that doesn't sound like
I don't know what that is.
Doesn't sound like a fun thing to celebrate. And I'm super excited to visit with our buddy, Mr. Dean Cain. Going to have him on the radio on Memorial Day.
He is adorable.
He's such a great dude, too. We've talked to him in the past. Love the guy. Mr. Dean Cain on this Memorial Day edition of the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new survey of 2,000 Americans finds the average person thinks they can survive for 16 days alone in the wilderness. Even though they think they could survive this long, only 17% feel, quote, very confident, end quote, in their ability to start a fire with a flint. Heidi, how long do you think you could make it alone in the wilderness?
About an hour and a half.
That's about a half hour longer than I would have guessed. And another study shows about 1 in 10 people with alcohol issues get treatment. Only 1 in 10. So I want to say something to the other 9. That is the best time in the world to be a quitter. Seriously. I know people who have had issues and they've gotten them taken care of. They're that 1 in 10. It's changed their life, and it's made them awesome people. And some of my favorite people in the world are people who've gotten the help they need. So don't look at that as a weakness. Look at that as an awesome opportunity for like a much better life. Our friends at timeforrehab.com, that's what they do. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. Officials with the Franklin Police Department said an investigation is underway after a man stole opioids, allegedly, from a Walgreens, allegedly. The suspect hid, allegedly, in the Walgreens, allegedly, May 18th.
You keep saying allegedly.
I don't know, because I don't know how come they have to say it in the story. Employees all left, and he allegedly went through the drywall and stole a large number of alleged opioids, allegedly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he did this. Anybody
Probably.
because they got him on video, so I don't know how they keep saying allegedly. Anybody who knows the guy is supposed to call Crime Stoppers and all of that stuff. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show, allegedly on this Monday. Oh, by the way, that is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. This week, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle celebrate their 2-year wedding anniversary. I think it was actually last week.
Super.
Yeah, so happy anniversary, you guys. Fans say they're worried about the actor Matthew Perry. Apparently, he was slurring his words in a promo for the Friends show reunion. Anyone listening to me today probably is worried for me because I feel as though I'm slurring my words. I don't know why. I am just tired. Last week, Chris Rock...
Well, I think he said he has had...
Has he?
Issues in the past, so maybe he's struggling
Hopefully he's
again.
getting some help there. Last week, Chris Rock joked to fellow comedian John Mulaney that he should hire his ex-wife's divorce attorney to get as much money as possible in his own divorce. Whoa. There you go. Big screen, little screen. Brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. The CDC is urging Americans to stop kissing and snuggling with chickens to slow down a salmonella outbreak.
Who snuggles with chickens?
I don't know. Apparently,
is this a problem?
It must be a thing. You know what, though? We snuggle with our dog all the time.
It's our dog. Who
It's
snuggles
probably-
with chickens?
It's probably just as bad to snuggle with your dog and give your dog kisses. So I'm guessing that's not super clean either. Supreme Court rejected a bid by an ill death row inmate to be executed by firing squad out of fear that lethal injection might cause excruciating pain, and they said nope. So that's an interesting story. I've got a link to that, by the way. Massachusetts convenience store worker found a $1 million winning lottery ticket in the garbage.
I love this story
and returned it
so much
to the customer who accidentally threw it away. I think that's very, very cool. Talk about employee of the month.
Oh my
man.
gosh, without a doubt.
Yeah, a Virginia dad has invented a way for kids to blow out birthday candles without spraying saliva all over the cake. That's cool. What?
No, come on.
It's a cool idea.
That's the way we've done it forever and ever and ever, and we're all still alive.
Mark Applett's battery-powered Blow Z is it's activated when somebody blows into it, and when they blow into it, it makes a fan blow clean air to blow out the flames. It's a neat idea. It really is.
Blow Z it out,
Would you just stop over there? And a new report claims that inflation is hitting meat eaters harder than people who don't eat meat. So saying, because of the cost of beef and the cost of chicken, the cost of pork, and the cost of other meat, that's going to hit meat eaters more. The cicada brood X are returning to America after a 17-year absence. So you might see more cicadas floating around in some places. And that is going to do it for your scoop of the day on this Monday. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on Memorial Day, and it's a Movie Star Monday. I've got a Superman on the phone right now, and I'm super excited to visit with Mr. Dean Cain. How you doing, sir?
I'm perfect. I'm doing really well. You said you're super excited. See, that didn't get lost on me. I see what you did there, and I appreciate that. Having played Superman, it's something that sticks with me forever. I'm honored to be associated with the character. Forever. There's a lot worse characters that I could be called and have been called, so I'll take the Superman reference anytime.
That is a cool reference to have on the resume as well, and you've had an amazing career.
I still think I'm at the beginning of my career, so don't tell me otherwise.
No, you're not. You are right in the middle. It's the best part. So, you got a great start already.
I think so.
You're in the middle. You got a long ways to go. Now, I'll tell you something that was kind of fun. We had an opportunity to visit with Kevin Sorbo, and he was saying that he was up to be Superman, and you beat him. You got to be Superman. He didn't get to. He got to go and do this other little role, this Hercules guy. And then the two of you have been in several films and projects together since then. You guys, from the sounds of it kind of enjoy working together. Is that right?
I love Kevin. He's a great guy, a hard worker, total professional. So it came down to he and I. We were the final two Supermen who came to network. And, I'd seen Kevin in the gym, and Kevin is just a specimen of a human being. And especially back then, he was just a monster, big guy. And I would see him we'd work out at the same gym, Gold's Gym in Venice. And I was like, this guy is an animal. Look at this guy. And he's just doing, after I watched him do like 200 pull-ups, I'm like, that's just crazy. But just a mountain of a man, and I was like, okay, but he's got blonde hair. Superman doesn't have blonde hair. I was like, I got this. Superman can't. I'm like, what's he gonna do? Dye his hair? I just don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. And Hercules with long hair like that, blonde, I buy that in a heartbeat. So I think it worked out for both of us.
Yeah.
He got to spend several years down in New Zealand and make that great show, and I got to be back here and then fly around as Superman. It's a lot of fun. I'll work with Kevin any day of the week. He's a superstar. One thing I won't do is golf him for money. He will take all of my money.
You learned that lesson, did you?
He's a good golfer. I mean, I haven't played with him because I won't embarrass myself, but he's like, what's your handicap? It's my swing. But he's a for real, and he's a great guy. We were, a film that we did together that he produced, God's Not Dead, was a huge hit, and it was a wonderful surprise hit. And, Kevin's just a great guy. I'll work with him anytime.
Well, and I love the faith-based films. Over the last several years, they've gotten so much better. Not that they were ever bad, but just the production quality, everything about them is so much better. And thank you for your part that you've played in that. I think that's amazing.
I'm honored to do so. Those films, there's even ones that I work with now that I donate my time to, and it's because these stories, they're stories. They're people's personal stories, and I love those positive, uplifting stories. And then those faith-based films, they had a bad rap, and I don't think that people, they mean a lot to certain people, and if it changes one person's life, it's worthwhile. And I love being a part of that. So I do as many of those as I can get in a year. I enjoy faith-based projects. I enjoy family film fair. I enjoy doing projects that aren't exactly family fun too. You gotta have a wide variety of things. But I really obviously have done so many in the family the family genre, and I'm producing, directing. I've written it, starring in it. A new project called Little Angels starts next month.
Nice.
That's a lot of fun. That is close to my heart, and I'm hoping that it gets a Family Film Award next year.
That would be awesome. And we'll be watching for that. Thank you for taking your time to chat today.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Again, our guest today on this Memorial Day edition of Movie Star Monday, Mr. Dean Cain, a Superman for an awesome day today. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. I've got a link to more information about the movie he's got coming up, all of that information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Bee hummingbirds are so small they get mistaken for insects. Yeah, hummingbirds are known for being itty-bitty creatures, but bee hummingbirds are the tiniest version of these shockingly tiny flyers. They're actually the smallest bird in the world. So minuscule that they're sometimes mistaken for insects, which explains their name, the bee hummingbird.
My best friend from England came to see us.
Yeah.
And we were at the zoo.
Yeah.
And she saw the hummingbird display and she said, "What are those?"
Yeah.
She had no idea, which baffled me. I'm sure there are things at their zoos that I would be like, I've never seen that, never heard of that.
Yeah. Well, but
it was surprising to me.
Absolutely. National Audubon Society says the birds are just 2.25 inches long, and they
I love
weigh less
hummingbirds.
than a dime, which is cool.
How sweet
that is today's
is
fun
that?
fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Russia. A lioness mauled a trainer during a live performance at a Russian circus last Saturday. Russian authorities have not released the trainer's name. Can you even imagine going to the circus and seeing something like that happen?
That would be pretty horrible.
That would be terrible. That is not fun. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Missouri homeowner got a shocking wake-up call when a car crashed through the roof of their home, landed just feet from their bed.
No, geez.
Inside the car and outside the car, luckily, nobody was hurt. Deputy Chief William Stamberg said 2 teenage boys were leaving a graduation party at 1:30 a.m. when their car ramped off the roadway, landed at the bottom of a hill, then catapulted onto the roof of a nearby home.
Oh, my gosh.
The car landed in the master bedroom just feet from the homeowners where they were sleeping. Wood and debris were strewn all over the room. Both the homeowners and the occupants of the car will deal with respective insurance companies to deal with the damage. Homeowners said they're thankful that their family and their 2 boys are safe. And the 2 boys in the car are safe. Could have been terrible. That was already terrible, but it could have been way, way worse. It is today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. A man with a gun walked into a bank and left with no money and was quickly arrested. So this is probably not the way he planned this. Jacksonville sheriffs say man walked in at about 1 p.m., walked up to the teller with a gun, demanded some money. The teller, who did not believe the gun was real, did not give him any money. The man turned around and walked away. That's when the police were called. Turns out the man didn't get too far. They actually stopped him in the parking lot and took him into custody. His name has not been released. There were no customers in the bank at the time, and there were no injuries other than maybe his,
His ego.
Yeah, probably. Because I'm sure he was probably planning this out in his head. He's like, we're gonna rob a bank, make a lot of money.
Yeah.
He walked in, she was like, I'm not giving you any money. And then he just left. So it's a bad idea.
Like, okay.
Just don't rob banks. I shouldn't have to say that, but just don't do that. It's a bad idea. And it is also today's moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Heidi, Royal Pines, Hayden, Alabama. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Royal
It's
Pines.
a golf course. Are you kidding?
No. For those of you who guessed rehab center, this golf clap is for you. She's done a really good job of guessing exactly wrong. You're on a streak, though. It's a losing streak, but you're on a streak.
It is, yes.
That is how we play. Is it a
Bad.
golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Here's the headline. Arizona State Trooper rescues injured hawk from the highway. There's actually video. You can see all of this if you want to. Arizona State Trooper rescued an injured hawk that was hopping around on the highway. They saw the bird had difficulty flying and then it was hopping around on the road. After coaxing it out of the travel lanes, the trooper used his raincoat to gently capture the hawk and place it in the back of the patrol vehicle, transported the hawk to the Tucson Wildlife Center. The hawk, by the way, is doing well and healing from a broken wing. This all happened on May 17th. It says once he's completely rehabilitated, he will be released back into the wild.
That's sweet.
That really is. I wonder if the officer that rescued him gets to help release him back into the wild. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
It would.
It'd be really neat. You know what it reminded me of instantly when I started reading that? What did it make you think of? Is there any particular thing that happened in our life that made you think of?
No.
How about an owl?
Oh, the owl that flew into our house?
Yeah, we were building a house. This is like 15 years ago. And there were like windows in the holes or anything because it was being built. And there was an injured owl in our house. And we tried to help this owl, and it finally got better. And when it flew away, it ran right into the side of a truck. And I was like, well, that didn't last long.
It might have just not been a very smart owl.
And it kind of hobbled away and flew off again. It was like, it felt like a movie moment because there's like everybody's going, oh, it's so cool. The owl's all better. Then bong.
Yeah.
And then he got up and flew away again. We're like, should we start cheering yet or should we wait to make sure it doesn't hit a house? All right. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got a link to that awesome story and much, much more in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.